exclusively on DAZN, May 16th. A giant stands over Doncaster. Filip Hrgovic, the most feared destroyer of dreams. But one man holds his ground. Dave Allen.
He's handsome as well, isn't he?
Finally back home.
But I've got no fear of Filip. We're in Donny, aren't we?
This is his one shot. Dave must slay Goliath. Allen versus Hrgovic, May 16th. Watch only on DAZN.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for Dave versus Goliath. A great night of championship boxing to be held this Saturday from Eco Power Stadium in Doncaster, England. It is being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry in association with Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, along with their great sponsors. Mr. Q Casino, That Prize Guy, Global Next Trade, and Yacht Season. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a few reminders, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets are available via clubdoncaster.co.uk. And remember, you can watch it live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our highly anticipated main event this Saturday, scheduled 10 rounds, and it will be for the vacant IBF Intercontinental and WBA Continental Gold Heavyweight Championships. Let's now welcome the fighters here with us today from Zagreb, Croatia, a bronze medalist at the 2016 Olympics, now with a professional record of 19 wins, just one defeat. 14 of his 19 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the highly ranked and hard-hitting Filip El Animal Hrgovic. And we welcome from right here, Doncaster, England. His record, 25 wins, 8 defeats, 2 draws. 20 of his 25 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the relentless and very tough fighter known as the White Rhino and Doncaster de la Hoya, dazzling David Allen. And we also welcome the manager of Filip Hrgovic, Keith Connolly, the CEO of Matchroom Boxing, Frank Smith, the CEO of Queensberry, Mr. George Warren. And now we hand things over to your host, the very talented Mr. Dev Sani.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's hear it for Thomas Triber as well, also very, very talented, of course. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doncaster as heavyweight season continues on DAZN. Just as we catch our breaths from an absolute thriller in Manchester between Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois, we're now in Doncaster for a highly anticipated and really highly unexpected matchup between a local folk hero, a local legend in Dave Allen, taking on the highly ranked, highly rated, highly respected former bronze medalist in the Olympics, Filip Hrgovic. The bout has been called David versus Goliath, and of course we will be live around the world on the global home of boxing, DAZN, on Saturday night from right here, the Eco Power Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Allen versus Hrgovic. This is Dave versus Goliath. Right, we're going to get a quick word from everyone up here, and then I'm looking at you guys, the media, for some questions. So let's start with George Warren here. And George, as I mentioned there, we had Wardley versus Dubois last week. Heavyweight season very much in full swing, and this fight slots nicely in.
Yeah, it does. Thanks, Dev. And by the way, Dev's last week with Queensberry as a full-time employee, so thank you for your service, mate.
Thanks.
We might still let you in. But no, listen, thank you to both guys for agreeing to do this fight. It's another great heavyweight night of action in the UK. We're coming off a Saturday night, which was probably one of the most unforgettable experiences of my time working in boxing. We saw grit, determination, heart, huge shots, unbelievable knockdowns and just an epic war between two great heavyweights. And we've got great heavyweights sitting up here with different backgrounds, coming with different records, with different things to prove. And Dave's here, you know, in front of his hometown, thanks to Matchroom for allowing us to work with Dave and themselves on this event. But Dave's here to prove that there is more to just what you've done previously in boxing, which can decide on how the outcome of a fight happens. He's going to put everything into this, I'm sure. And Filip, obviously with Queensberry, someone that we've got high hopes for that can be involved at the very highest level of the sport, has to be on his A game, has to be prepared for everything, has to not take his eye off the ball and prove that he is the world-class fighter that he's telling everyone he is. So, I'm not going to say don't blink because we've used that, but this is another one. Keep your eyes on. Anything can happen. It's an incredible night. Thank you to the guys at Doncaster for helping to make this. We've got an amazing crowd. I think we're going to have over 10,000 people in the arena. It's going to be a special night, so I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you for coming here today, and I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, George. Let's hear from Frank Smith on the Matchroom side of things. And Frank, you're sat next to Dave Allen there. It must be very pleasing to see the shape that he's come in, giving himself the best possible chance on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. Firstly, congrats on your last few days and everything you've done. A big thank you to George, Frank, the Queensberry team. As always, I think the relationship we got now is great for the sport of boxing, making fights happen, and to be on the home of boxing together on DAZN with an unbelievable schedule. It's a great place to be. But yeah, to be sitting alongside Dave Allen and to see him get this opportunity, when you think about what Dave's done in his career and what's made him the hero he is in the sport, he deserves this opportunity. He's worked hard. He knows what's in front of him. We all know how good Filip Hrgovic is. We obviously worked with Filip for a long time. He's a brilliant fighter. I think ranked number 5 in the world in the heavyweight division right now. He's a brilliant fighter. But this is Dave's opportunity. And on Saturday night, in front of over 10,000 people in Doncaster, you're going to see a special night. Boxing is an amazing sport where you get written off if you don't fight people, and you get written off and abused if you choose to fight people. Dave is testing himself against one of the best in the division, and he truly believes he can do it, as do we. And we've seen, look at the upset we saw at the weekend on Queensberry show between Zach Chelli and David Morrell. No one gave Zach Chelli a chance in that fight. Even myself, I've got to be honest. But look at what he done, and he's changed his life. And, Dave's journey has changed his life throughout. On Saturday night, I truly believe he can do that again.
Thank you, Frank. Let's speak with a man who I'm sure will disagree very much in the Hrgovic camp, Keith Connolly, manager. And Keith, how are you viewing this fight for your man, Filip Hrgovic? Is this a keep busy fight? What do you think?
Every heavyweight fight is dangerous, so I don't want to call it a stay busy fight. I have a lot of respect for Dave Allen. He's a tremendous fighter. He's got a lot of heart. He's not going to take a backward step. So I think it's a big challenge, especially coming in to Doncaster, his hometown. We're coming into enemy territory. If there's 10,000 people there, 9,999 are going to be rooting against my guy. But these are the types of challenges that Filip wants. I think he loves something like this. And I think it's going to be a bloodbath on Saturday. My guy's the bigger guy. He's the better guy. But most importantly, he's got the will to win.
Okay, thank you. Well, let's hear from that guy who his manager says is the bigger and better guy, Filip Hrgovic. Let me bring you in here. I mean, you are a big favourite with the bookies. But this is Doncaster. And Dave Allen has told us that he's never lost a fight in Doncaster, in the ring or even at school. How much of a banana skin is Dave Allen in your dream to become world heavyweight champion?
I don't know, man. We'll see on Saturday. I'm ready for everything, and I had good camp, and I work hard as always. I didn't underestimate him. I trained really hard. I'm in good shape, and I'm ready for a hard fight. And every fight is the most important fight. So. I must win this. It's the most important fight for me. I must win to continue on my journey. And loss would put me in a really terrible position, so I can't lose. And I'm ready for everything, you know. I'm not taking him lightly, and I expect a good fight.
All right, well, let's hear from Dave Allen, the hometown hero here. It sounds, Dave, like Filip Hrgovic is not taking you lightly at all. He knows if he slips up here, his dream of becoming a world champion really, really takes a hit. How much preparation have you put into this? Because that's always a question hanging over Dave Allen going into a fight. Tell us about the shape you're in.
Yeah, I expected Filip Hrgovic at 70%. He promised me 70%. He looks quite well. He looks sharp today in his jacket. But yeah, I've trained very hard. You know, you have to. I'm boxing one of the best heavyweights in the world. I think he's rated 5 with the Ring magazine. I think I'm rated maybe 62, which is not bad really. 62 is quite good. It's not as good as 5 though. But yeah, you know, if Filip Hrgovic loses to me, it's game over for him. He's done. He's finished. He can't lose to me. I'm here with no pressure on me at all. Going to walk out there in front of all my mates in Doncaster. They all know how good Filip Hrgovic is. They just want me to have a good go, you know. And if Filip loses, it is career over. I know that. So I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, I'm in quite a jovial mood today. I'll be nervous Saturday, but today's a good day. So it's a cracking card. Just looking around now. Ahmed Hatim is here in a great fight. Kean Hamilton on the undercard. Joe Hayden. So thank you to Queensberry for putting my boys on. Yeah, Saturday's going to be an amazing night. Probably the biggest sporting event Doncaster's ever had. And it's here because of me and Filip. And very proud to bring a guy like Filip to Doncaster to compete. Very proud. But I've got to go and do the job now, and I'm in the shape to do so. Am I good enough? Technically, probably not. But Filip likes a fight, and if he gets into a fight with me, he'll get a shock. He'll not believe how strong I am. I am tough, and when I'm in the mood, I'm really, really tough. I'm not always in the mood, but Saturday I'll be well in the mood. So hopefully he comes and has a fight with me, and it gives me a very, very good chance if he does.
Okay, well, I'm in the mood to get some questions from the press here. I think we've got a roaming mic. If you just introduce yourself and then ask, please.
Hey, Radio Raheem down here in the front. First to you, Dave. You know, well, George has mentioned last weekend, it's kind of still on everybody's mind a little bit, how brutal that fight was. And neither one of you are known for going down. Neither one of you are known for going over. Are you prepared at this stage of your career to be involved in what could potentially be as brutal a fight as we saw last Saturday night?
I don't know. I did watch World of War, and I watched it through my fingers towards the end. And I did think, might have to go there next week. For me to beat Filip Hrgovic, it has to be a fight, though. It has to be a really hard fight. It has to be Filip abandoning his boxing and coming and having a fight with me. I can't outbox him. Well, I don't know Filip, actually. I was about to say I know Filip. I don't know him at all. But if Filip gets into a fight with me, it gives me a great chance. It gives me a chance. I can punch. I'm tough. And I think he will have a fight as well. He's that kind of fella. He'll want to come beat me at my own game. So if he does that, fair play. But if he does that as well, he puts himself in a lot of danger. So, yeah, last week was an incredible fight. You know, a lot of respect to Daniel and Fabio, and hopefully we can put on a good fight. Maybe not as good as that one, though.
One for you, Filip. David said that beating you puts him at world level, a dream of his to be established as a world level fighter. Do you agree with him, though, that if you lose on Saturday night, it takes you out of world level contention?
Of course, loss will put me in terrible position, and you know I can't lose. And for him, you know, win would put him in a position. You know, maybe he would challenge Daniel Dubois for a heavyweight title. What do you think, George? Everything is possible.
Anything's possible in heavyweight boxing, Filip.
So, so he's British. He's famous. People loves him. I don't know why. Just joking, man. And so yeah, that's chance for him, chance of his life, you know. And he's probably be the best ever what we seen him. And he'll try everything to win. I'll do my best to win as well. So it will be a good fight.
Lads, just over here. Philip, Dave, good to see you. Philip, is this a more difficult fight or an easier fight for you than David Adelaide?
Good question, man. I think it's totally different style. This guy is coming forward, and you know, he always put a good fight. He always, you know, make you work. And David Adelaide he's a big puncher. He's the biggest punch I received in my career. He's a really strong puncher. But he don't throw, you know, a lot. He's different style. And yeah, I think Adelaide is, you know, better fighter, but it's different. Maybe I expect to throw a lot more punches and to be maybe conditioning wise, you know, harder fighter, because he's coming forward and he make you work. So I don't know. Did I answer you?
Who's got the next question?
I'm Chris from Boxing Bros UK from Blackpool, and I just wanted, my question is to you, Philip. Why did you pick Dave Allen as your opponent? Like, because you've got a lot less to gain than he has if you win. Why did you pick him?
I didn't pick, man. George picked.
But why did you pick him then, George?
No, I wasn't picking, man. I'm Croatian in a world of professional boxing where you don't get a lot of options. So I was offered this fight, and it was good offer. It was multi-fight deal. So, and this is first fight, and you know, I'll fight anyone. You know, it was good deal. I re-signed with Queensberry, and they offered me multi-fight deal. So this was first fight, and you know, that's it.
Yes, RS Boxing TV. This is a question for Dave Allen and Hrgovic. How does the fight end this Saturday?
Probably on points, I imagine. He's a very tough guy, as am I. It's a 10-round contest. I think it'll go probably go the distance. Yeah, I'm not here to talk negatively on Philip. It would be difficult and foolish of me to do so. So I think it'll go 12 rounds. But I think you'll see a punch output from myself that we haven't seen before, and a different desire as well. So I plan on making Philip working from round 1 all the way to round 10. But I don't particularly envisage the fight going early. No.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I have big power to knock him out, but also he's durable. He has a good chin, so it might go to scorecard. And yeah, I will win. And anyway, I will win on Saturday.
Dave, Philip, nice to see you again. Dave, Harry from the Don. Question for you, Dave. Seeing as you're fighting in the Doncaster Over Stadium this weekend in front of all your Doncaster family, friends, supporters, what has been your main motivation? As people have said to you, I've said to you, you're in the best shape I've ever seen you in my life. Where's been the main motivation for the last 6 to 8 weeks in camp?
Well, I had a bet with my coaches, actually, that I'd weigh under 18 stone. I didn't want to lose all the money that I bet them, actually. That was a big motivation. Well, it's in Doncaster, you know. We've got 10,000 people. I've done 2,500 tickets myself. I'm not going to embarrass myself, you know. I've had a few embarrassing nights in my career because I weren't with it, didn't want to be there half the time. But Saturday, I want to be there. There's nowhere I want to be more than the Eco Power on Saturday night, you know. I can't believe at 34, can't believe I'm still boxing at 34. Can't believe I'm still alive at 34. You know, asked me that 15 years ago. To box Filip Hrgovic here is a dream come true. And if I'd have turned up out of shape for this, there'd have been no point in me. There'd have been no point in me even boxing. What would be the point, you know? So that was it, really. And you have to give respect to your opponents as well. I've realised over time, when I turn up out of shape, you might be doing your opponent a favour, but you show them no respect at all. So, and the people that buy the tickets. So I can't promise anything Saturday other than I'm in fantastic shape. I'll be in the mood. And we're going to have one hell of a fight as well. I think I want to gain Filip's respect on Saturday, and I'll certainly do that.
Georgia for boxing now. Question for Dave. Dave, how does this version of you compare to the Makhmedov fight? And by the way, what will be the biggest difference we see from you on Saturday night?
It's difficult, you know. Filip got an Olympic bronze medal. I only had 10 amateur fights. I did win the boys' clubs though. I was national champion. So yeah, you know, I started off as a 10-bout amateur, turned pro, did the small all. I boxed Dylan White in my 20th ever contest. Filip probably had 20 fights when he was 10. Then I boxed Luis Ortiz, and I lost a lot of love for the game, so I was getting knocked about, and it was hard. And yeah, I always had talent, but talent, you know, I weren't working hard. You know, I was doing it. I was boxing to keep out of trouble. That was all it were. I boxed some of the best heavyweights in the world, just as a hobby, really. Just so like, I'm going to go to the gym to keep out of trouble. So the difference now, boxing's my job. I've got kids, so boxing's my job. So the Makhmedov fight, I trained really hard for the Makhmedov fight. I live well, but yeah, I didn't get it right. Probably overtrained. Probably trained for a little bit too long. I weren't really listening to what Jay and Nige were saying. Probably kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Probably pushed a little bit too much, you know. But this one, I think I've got it right. But again, I keep saying to everyone, I can't promise you that I'll win the fight, but I can promise you this is the best version of me, and I'm going to put up a good fight. I'll entertain everyone. That all I wanted to do. I said that about 18 months ago, before the first Fisher fight. I want to entertain everyone and make everyone happy when they leave the arena, in our stadium. So if everyone leaves Saturday and they're very happy and I've done my best, I'll be happy. Not really, because the first Johnny Fisher fight I was absolutely skint. So I said to my missus, I'm not coming back here unless I get a result, because we're knackered if I don't get a result. Do you know what I mean? I needed the first Fisher fight. I needed it bad. And then the second Fisher fight, and after I'm a creature of comfort. If I get comfortable, nothing's really happening for me. So, but again, Hrgovic, got a bit of fear of him. I know how good he is, so there's a bit of fear there. And the fear, I'm not scared of Filip Hrgovic, do you know what I mean? But the fear is 10,000 people in Doncaster. I don't want to be on my backside. You know, I don't want to get a good hiding. So the fear is in his ability, and his ability to make me look a bit daft. So yeah, I'm very, very, very ready. Different man now to what I was years ago.
Joe for IFL TV. Filip, there's been rumours circulating today that you are potentially in line to fight Moses Atauma in August, should you get past Dave Allen on Saturday. I know you won't want to think about anything other than Saturday night, but is that an option, a fight that you'd be willing to take?
Of course, man. I tell you all the time, I'll fight anyone. But like you said, I must win on Saturday. Hopefully without injuries, without cuts. And Moses is, that date is soon, after my fight. So we'll see what shape I will be after the fight. I must win, I must look good, I must be without injuries, and we'll see. But I'm definitely open to fight with anyone in the world.
Thank you, Joe. I think that's all of the questions from the media. I just want to ask Dave a final thing. This moment in your life, what does this mean to you? Because this is huge, right? I mean, you've been to the depths of despair, and here you are headlining at the local football ground against this giant, but a real chance. You've already changed your life. This could change it forever.
Yeah. if this is the last chance I get to speak, I just want to say thank you to everyone here and watching at home. Make sure you get there early. Ian Hamilton will probably be opening the card. Joe Hayden will be on. Boxers in Need are here. Give them a shout out, Boxers in Need. But yeah, I'm very, very proud. Come a long way already. Filip Hrgovic for me is the end goal. They're talking about Moses Atauma. If the winner's boxing Atauma, I'm not that bothered really. So, but no, this is everything to me. Filip Hrgovic is my end goal. If I beat Filip Hrgovic Saturday, I'm not interested in what comes after. Genuinely, not bothered. If I beat Filip Hrgovic, I might just put my gloves down in the middle of the ring and walk away. This is it for me. This is the big one. This is everything to me. My dad been begging me for 15 years, David, train. David, train. David, you can be heavyweight champion of the world. David, you can do this. Everyone's always begging me, do this, do that. You've got so much talent. And Saturday is the culmination of 18 years. I first walked into Doncaster plant 18 years ago, and everyone said to me, you can do this, that and the other, and pissed it up the wall, to be honest, for 18 years. Been an absolute nightmare for 18 years. Just been better the last couple of years, but still a bit lazy. But Filip Hrgovic, you are my everything. You are my everything. You wonderful man.
Thank you, my love.
You are very well.
I love you too.
This is everything. This is it. This is the big one. You know, whatever, win this fight and people will say you can box Atauma, you can box Dubois. This is it for me. This is Doncaster. This is the one. I can't promise I'll ever train like this again. I can't promise I'll go to bed early every night. I can't promise anything. But Saturday night, Filip Hrgovic. No, that sounds a bit weird actually. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
18 years in boxing, huh?
How many have you done?
20 this year.
20?
Yeah, 2006 I started.
I was like, yeah, my first fight was 2010. When was yours?
What?
First fight, what year?
2006.
2006. Good that.
What?
No, very good. Yeah. Good. But anyway, yeah, can't wait. Really.
It's 2-0.
2-0.
Remember from yesterday, 1-0.
Yeah, look, when we do the face-off today, I can't be arsed. I've got kids at home. I want to go home. I'm not staring you out in French gates in there for half an hour. I can't be bothered. It'll be 3-0 in a minute, because I can't be arsed looking at you. But yeah, thank you everyone, and hopefully Saturday be an amazing night, and hopefully it's not too cold. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave Allen. Let's get a big round of applause for both of these men. All right, we're going to get these fighters faced off, and I'm so curious how long this one's going to last now, by the way. Live, of course, Saturday night on DAZN, Allen versus Hrgovic. Well, that was interesting. Fascinating press conference. I love the chat at the end between Dave Allen and Filip Hrgovic there, just sort of comparing notes on how long they've been boxing. When Hrgovic revealed what year he started, Dave Allen said, "Oh, that is quite good, isn't it?" But this should be fun, this little face-off here. Filip Hrgovic believes that he is 2-0 up based on the launch press conference face-off and face-off yesterday at the workout. He believes he's scored points by Dave Allen looking away first. Dave Allen says he's not counting, he doesn't care. But the face-off does begin here. Well, sort of begins, but they are looking at each other. But you heard from Dave Allen at the end there, this means absolutely everything. In fact, he referred to Filip Hrgovic as his everything. On Saturday night, he may just walk away from the sport if he gets a big, big win. But the task is tall. It's Dave versus Goliath for a reason. Dave Allen takes on Filip Hrgovic, the highly ranked, highly regarded, highly respected Croatian heavyweight sensation, has found himself in the middle of a football pitch in Doncaster in May 2026, taking on a local legend. Fascinating fight, and in this heavyweight division, absolutely anything can happen.
This, our main event Saturday live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN. It's 10 rounds scheduled for the vacant IBF Intercontinental and WBA Continental Gold Heavyweight Championships. Filip El Animal Hrgovic versus, known as the White Rhino and Doncaster De La Hoya, dazzling David Allen.
This is absolutely hilarious, by the way. Dave Allen now adamant he's not going to go 3-0 down in the face-off stakes, will not take his eyes off Filip Hrgovic. They are going back and forth up there. They are jawing at each other. And this face-off, I believe, has now lasted in excess of 2 minutes. Fantastic face-off. Allen does look away first. Is that a mental advantage for El Animal heading into Saturday? Who knows? I'm sure it doesn't mean anything whatsoever, but both fighters are in good spirits ahead of the heavyweight showdown. Saturday night live on DAZN. Dave versus Goliath. Allen versus Hrgovic. Perhaps an unlikely heavyweight fight. One that we didn't really see coming, but one that sits very nicely in the schedule in heavyweight season on DAZN. Well, there was the press conference. I'm not sure if we're going to get a chat with anyone, but plenty to talk about there. I mean, you can see how much it means to Dave Allen. You can see also how much it means to Filip Hrgovic. Hrgovic knows if he loses this fight, all these dreams about becoming a world champion, well, they go down the drain. And Dave Allen, that was fun. Did you lose the face-off?
He starts telling me that he's my master and that. That's a bit freaky for me. I don't like that. So
you told him he's your everything, though.
Yeah, I know, but we're in public. Do you know what I mean? Save that for another time.
What were you saying to each other up there? This master chat?
No, he was just saying, like, you look away before me. I said, look, I've got shit to do today. I can't be standing up here staring at you all day, but it's all in good humour. Saturday night's something that counts, so I like having the crowd with him. If he feels like he's got some out of that, then amazing. Yeah, good.
You're a very mood-dependent fighter. Yesterday at the workout, I don't know if you were in the best mood.
Yeah.
Today you seem today you seem in a good mood.
There's a word for what I am, Dev.
Go on.
Different, very different. That's the word we'll go for.
But that's why we love you. That's why the people love you. That's why they're going to be packing out the stadium on Saturday night. Tell me though, I mean, is there pressure? I know that you're talking about there's no pressure, you're not expected to win, but there's a different pressure, right? You're doing it in front of Donny.
I don't feel that much pressure actually. I feel really quite cool and calm, and everyone thinks I want to get battered, apart from my dad and maybe my kids. My kids think I'm boxing Johnny Fisher again, so they're pretty confident. But yeah, I don't have a care in the world, genuinely as well. I'll be nervous on the day because I've got to walk out in front of loads of people, but no one thinks I want to beat him, and I know that. All the people here, my mates and that, and I know they want me to win, but they don't think I want to win. So this is adding to nothing. It's a shot for nothing. They pay me a fortune to sell the tickets. I've done my job. I'll turn up now, try my best. I don't feel any pressure. I'm that kind of guy, though, me. I'm one of life's losers that ends up winning. So what have I got to lose? I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to try and punch his fucking head in there, that's a fact. So yeah, that's the thing with, it is what it is, isn't it?
Apologies for the language, but it's
sorry
clear.
about that. I swear it's 1:30 in the afternoon.
You've got a good career as a broadcaster post this as well. But Dave, no, tell me though, if you land that shot, you know the one that you landed on Lucas Brown? You know when he was coming in and it was the 0-2 and you just pop that one in? If you land that on him, what do you think's going to happen? Do you reckon?
That's the best body shot in history of boxing. If Vasil Lomachenko landed that, they'll be talking about it in 300 years' time. But, I can win this fight. Should I win it on paper? No. Will it be one of the biggest upsets of all time? Probably. But can I win it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and I have every ambition and intention of doing so.
And to confirm here, you've never lost a fight in Doncaster in the ring, even at school, you've said to me as well. No. On the roads, has anyone ever tried it on the roads of Doncaster?
No comment. But I don't plan on losing on Saturday either. I'm well up for it, yeah. Tomorrow I might be in a different mood, but Saturday, I will be on it, trust me.
I can't wait. Best of luck to you, Dave Allen, the man. Rousing speech at the end of the press conference. Thank you so much for joining us. That concludes today's press conference. Dave versus Goliath, Allen versus Hrgovic. Who would have thought it? But in this heavyweight division, absolutely anything can happen. And as we know, as we keep seeing every week on DAZN, anything can happen in this beautiful sport. Join us tomorrow for the weigh-in.
Live exclusively on DAZN, May 16th. The Giant stands over Doncaster. Filip Hrgovic, the most feared destroyer of dreams. But one man holds his ground. Dave Allen.
He's handsome as well, isn't he?
Finally back home.
Well, I've got no fear of Filip. We're in Donny, aren't we?
This is his one shot. Dave must slay Goliath. Allen versus Hrgovic, May 16th. Watch only on DAZN.